So, welcome to our One Team University call. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to stop and sit and join with us, because we truly love the One Team philosophy. We're so grateful for a company that teaches us from the top down how to be one team, how to love each other. I'm really sorry for my chandelier up there. Lights are going out and it's really dark in here, but you'll have no worries. It's not about me tonight. So just thank you guys for being here. I wanted to share one thought that I was talking to my team about earlier. I had the fortitude, the luck to go to an event in Australia with Lisa Nichols and David Wood. And one thing has really stuck out to me, and that was to live and work 3% more each day. And what would happen if you just lived your life at 3% more each day? And what happened to me, I shared with my team just a little bit ago, but what happened to me is a few weeks ago, I was in a pool with my family, and my nephews were doing backflips off each other's shoulders. And from the time I was like 8 years old, I have had a huge fear of going backwards, like a huge fear. Guys, I mean, I'm not going to downplay this. This was like a big deal. And when I saw them doing that and having so much fun, I thought, I want to do that. I'm so sick of holding myself back with this little fear in my life. And so I jumped on my nephew's shoulders and I did a backflip. And I overcame a huge fear, guys, because I chose weeks ago to start living at 3% more. And though that may seem like a small thing, insignificant, it was really big for me. And that 3% from doing that backflip has bled into other areas of my life. And I find myself being more courageous every single day just because I'm doing a little bit more. And all of you, for being on this call, you're already showing us 3% more, because I'm sure there's other places you could be tonight. So thank you, and I love you guys for being here. And I am so excited to welcome Emily Vavra to our call. She is such a beautiful woman. When you talk about just great energies in the world, people that just exude just love and service and just goodness, it's Emily Vavra. And from the very first event, I had no idea who she was, but that is what I got from her. This is a beauty and just a love for life and love for people and service. So I am so blessed. We all are blessed and honored to have her on our call tonight. She is internationally renowned. She's a speaker and a self-made millionaire. I mean, right now, guys, come on, give her some love. That's exciting. That's awesome. She is sought after because she's raw and authentic. And her training not only inspires many, it more importantly has resulted in action by so many people. Emily launched her iTunes business at only 23 years old. And that is one of the reasons why I am just so awed by her, because she was one of the first to go in the START group. And she has inspired thousands of young people to do it also. She actually left her career in massage therapy, which is awesome. I didn't know that before, but I was a massage therapist, so I gotta love that. And she was a nanny. So Emily and her husband Hayden have helped more than 62,000 people achieve physical transformations, improving their health while also becoming financially free. You guys ready for this? Awesome. So Emily, I'm going to go ahead and turn the time over to you, and you can leave as much time as you want at the end for questions and answers. It's completely up to you. All right?
Awesome. Thank you so much. And hey, everyone, it's so amazing to be here. You know, whether you're listening to this recording, but especially my friends that are watching us live. I mean, as Tricia said, you can be anywhere in the world right now, and you choose to develop yourself. You choose to hang out with like-minded people and just learn more. And that is the 3% more. I think back to the beginning, when I knew I wanted this, I wanted a better future. I wanted to get better. I plugged in. I mean, that's half the battle. is plugging in. It's like a cell phone. You know, how many times a day do you have to plug that bad boy in? You're constantly recharging yourself, which really leads me to the topic tonight is showing up authentically in life, and then really coming out on social media and how to do that authentically, how to do that with grace. And I absolutely love the business of Isogenics. I love network marketing because it allows us to become our best self. I don't know any other profession in the world that does as much personal development. It's truly amazing. And I think back to when I started, you know, almost 6 years ago, you know, I was actually going through some photos for celebration, getting ready for my piece. And 6 years ago is not that long ago. But as I was going through these old albums, I was just having gut-wrenching, awakening experiences of like, who was that girl? And it was just the photos I was looking at, I didn't know who I was. I didn't love myself. I was looking for recognition in all the wrong places. I was making weird decisions, okay, bad decisions. Now that I know what I know about, you know, life, it wasn't the best decisions. And honestly, I just am so grateful to God every single day that we have this company, because not only can you create a legacy, not only can you make endless amounts of income, not only can you become the healthiest you've ever been, but you can grow into the person that God created you to be if you choose to put in the work every single day, that little bit. And the more you do that, the more authentic you become. And I believe in life, that's what everybody wants. You know, so many people, and I've had the privilege to speak with John Maxwell. I've had the privilege to speak on Eric Worre's GoPro stage, you know, just different stages. And time after time after time, people just say, thanks for being real. Thanks for being authentic. Thanks for being real. And I'm like, I didn't know people weren't real. I guess I don't know any other way to be. And I've had multi-millionaires say to me, I wish I could loosen up like you. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, from the outside looking in, you've got everything together. And you guys, my whole point of telling you that is not to sit and brag, but it's to really share with you that I wasn't always this way. It's because I've put in the work. I continue to put in the work. And if I don't put in the work, I compare myself to other people. If I sit on Facebook all day, I compare myself to other people in Isogenics, other people out in the world. We all do. But if I go to work on myself every single day, I live in my heart. I live in my body. I live in gratitude. And I become more authentic. And that in turn helps the business. What a great side benefit. What else does being authentic help you do? I was just kind of making a list of things thinking about this because I'm like, this is a fully loaded topic, okay? Like, we could have a whole life course on being authentic. We really, really could. But I just have a little bit of time with you. So what is some stuff that you becoming authentic is gonna help with? You're gonna be happy. Because nobody likes to fake. It takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of emotional energy, takes a lot of brain energy. You feel gross when you're not authentic. So what? You become happier. You feel fulfilled, okay? Decision making becomes so much easier when you're authentic. Your awareness of other people around you in your life increases. You're truthful to yourself. You say no when you want to say no. You say yes when you want to say yes. You mean what you say, right? You do things on your own terms. You do what you love. You satisfy your needs, right? You have a sense of purpose. You really are in alignment with your goals, with your dreams. You prioritize how you live. Those are just some of the benefits of living an authentic life. Sounds good, doesn't it? You know, what does it really mean to be authentic? You know, people that are authentic, they're connected to their values and their desires, and they act deliberately. in ways that are consistent with those qualities. Okay, so they're deliberate about them. You know, what else did I find? It's really all the greatest authentic people you'll ever meet. And you look at Trisha. I mean, seriously, you're one of the most authentic people that I know, who can come on singing and dancing and just throw her heart out on the line all the time. And people gravitate towards you. Okay, you're constantly transparent. You're constantly vulnerable. And when we get into network marketing, I don't know why, but people feel like they have to be freaking perfect. People feel like I have to say the right things. Where's the script? You suddenly don't know how to talk. You suddenly don't know what to post on Facebook. You suddenly feel like you have to change what you wear because one of the millionaires wears those clothes. You suddenly feel like you have to change everything. And sometimes it's not even in alignment with who you are. And you're just looking at what does that person do? I should copy them. And in some ways, yes, copy successful people. But in other ways, if it's not true to who you are, don't do it. Because you're going to live in a place and you're going to feel full of regret. It's not going to feel natural. It's going to feel crappy. And that's what I did in the beginning in Isogenics. I got in and I'm like, okay, what do they do? What do they do? What do they do? Okay, copy, copy, copy. And then I got into this place and I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like who I am. I mean, I'm having fun and growing, but this still isn't Emily. This still isn't. And again, it's because I was just trying to copy the next person. I wasn't being true to my core. I wasn't being transparent. I certainly wasn't being vulnerable. I was trying to act like I had it all together. You know, it's important to understand this because it's going to truly give you the finest of liberation, right? It's going to liberate you from pressure of always trying to be something else, always trying to be perfect. I want to let you know that you are perfectly imperfect. I don't know what you've been told. And to be completely raw and real with you, since I don't know any other way, I grew up without a dad. I grew up knowing when I was young that since I was a girl, my dad left the hospital because I had a brother who died and, you know, he wanted another son. You guys, imagine knowing that in middle school, through high school. And then I grew up watching my mom, you know, be in a couple horrid relationships, talking horrid relationships. So my vision of trying to be perfect and loved was very screwed up. And I had to go to work on myself. And we all have limiting beliefs. I don't care how you were raised, if you were raised like me with brokenness, or if you had a great upbringing, we all have limiting beliefs. And that's why, you know, as John Maxwell always says, you know, you've got to work on yourself. You have to be the number one person, you know, in order to attract others, in order to lead others, you've got to lead yourself well first and always. You owe it to yourself. And I owe finding Isogenics and it teaching me personal development. That helped me and still continues to help me love myself and grow as a human being. And the more I've done that, the more I've been able to be vulnerable, been able to be transparent, and I don't care if you like me or not. I've grown into that over time. It's an evolutionary process. So if you're new to Isogenics and you're like, whoa, this is fully loaded. Oh my gosh, I signed up for a business opportunity. Holy crap. I'm here to tell you that amazing things can happen with this business when you grow as a person. And if you decide, you make the decision every single day. You know, looking at people that are truly authentic, they take care of themselves, you know, and this is really awesome because we have the best products on the freaking planet. And that's what we preach every single day. But there is a direct correlation between successful people and authentic people with self-maintenance and authenticity. Okay? You take care of yourself. We understand our self-worth, okay? It's a powerful way for you to begin to take care of other people. You put yourself on the list, you know, whether that is, you know, planning your meals. We have the easiest, most convenient superfoods ever, but working out, you know, your mindset, your personal health is your greatest possession, okay? So again, are you taking care of yourself? You're gonna live more authentically, especially sharing a health and wellness product. You know, another thing inauthentic people do is they say yes all the freaking time. They say yes to things they do not want to say yes to constantly. Authentic leaders say no often. They're focused, they have clarity, they stay on track. No is a very important word. Bob Berg, if you guys have not read The Go-Giver, you know, he talks about saying no. It's crucial in business, you know, especially to keep you productive. We cannot do everything. We can have everything we want in life, but not all at once. Okay, so you have to establish your priorities for your business. Otherwise, you're gonna get so bogged down doing things that are not in the best interest of your Isagenix business, not in the best interest of your family. It's so important. You know, in the beginning, I wanted to be liked by everyone. I said yes to everything, and it caused me to feel unhappy. Again, I'm sure we've all been there at one time or another. Okay, so do this with tact, do this with kindness. Again, it's with what authentic people do, especially successful authentic people. Practice what you preach, okay? This is how people respect you, okay? This is one of my personal core values is consistency. I am consistent, okay? I master the mundane. I do. It's so sometimes boring, but honestly, it makes people respect me. They can count on me. You know, people are sensitive to people that are faking it. They don't trust you, okay? And they'll dismiss you right away. Okay, and we'll get into Facebook in a little bit, but this goes from posting on Facebook and then all of a sudden you're not posting anything motivational anymore. You know, you've fallen off the docket. You know, this goes for even your team. If you have a small team and, you know, you're down for days and they're trying to contact you and you started team calls and then you stopped doing team calls and you started to do virtual event groups and then you stopped doing it and then you've told everybody to go to events and then you stop going to events. I mean, it's the law of consistency. And I have seen so much talented people that could rock out this business. They just stopped being consistent, whether they got bored, whether they stopped working on themselves. I don't know what, but it makes people lose respect and it's inauthentic. Okay. If they can't trust your mouth, they can't follow your heart. If they can't trust your mouth, they can't follow your heart. Okay, just think about that. What things in your life have you been saying you're going to do and then you haven't been showing up? And I've learned this, you know, the more successful you become, or the more you really establish your priorities, you'll really look at, okay, I got 24 hours in a day. Okay, when am I working in Isagenix? When's my family time? The more you get to know yourself, the more you're going to realize there's nothing that fires up my soul like spending time with this group of people. They totally raise my bar. We talk about ideas. We talk about how to get better. We pray for each other. Those are the people that I want to give my time to. Then it's my family. Then it's this. The more you get to know yourself, the more you're going to establish priorities, right? And it's so easy for things to come up. Oh, we should, let's get together. Let's do this. Let's do that. And you know in the back of your mind you don't want to. But you're like, yeah, that sounds great. Okay, I'll be there. We'll see. Well, what are you doing this weekend? Okay, yeah, possibly. Even though in the back of your mind, you're like, there's no way I can fit that in. There's no way. I got Susie's dance practice. I got Jimmy's baseball game. And then I got a launch party. There's no way I can fit that in. But you don't tell them no. You're like, yeah, that could work. And you just, and then what happens is the time rolls around and you're like, oh, sorry, no, I can't. Instead of just saying no, you know, and this is one of the things that I see happen, and it's happened to me, and it still happens to me sometimes. But what happens is people start to lose your trust, okay? So just know that this takes practice, and again, the more you get to know yourself, the easier it's gonna be. And, you know, the next thing I wanna say is don't be perfect. Don't be perfect. Okay? Authentic people are just not perfect. But what starts to happen is you're so imperfect and you're so raw and real that to other people, you're perfect. Okay? Because you can just tell that you exude confidence about yourself. You don't care if you fluster over your words. You know, if you forget what the PIB is on a certain pack. Or if you're just not there yet, to draw the residual side of the compensation plan. Or someone asks you about the new amped line and you're like, frick, I don't know what ingredient is in there. Like, who cares? Okay? It's impossible to be perfect. Just get that out of your head right now. And we'll get into social media in a minute, but it's an illusion. Okay? There's no such thing as perfect. Okay? You want to be vulnerable. Embrace your imperfection. And not doing it to the point where you become this victim and it's like constantly like a saga. Like, no, that's not what I mean by it. But I mean opening up to people. Okay, so whenever I do meetings, which I do a lot, whether it's a 3-way call, a Zoom, an in-person, you name it, you know, I'm always relating back to people. I'm always letting them know where I came from. And to some people, it might be very embarrassing. You know, that I just, before this call tonight with you guys, I just got off of a call just explaining our products and talking about how I struggled with binge eating before I found Isogenics. I really did. I struggled with eating. And this woman said to me the other day, she was like, it's so crazy how you just admit that. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to, like, I don't care. I don't care. It's a thing of the past. Like, that, me telling someone that, I guarantee that 6 out of the 10 people have dealt with that issue. I guarantee. I don't care. I don't care what they think of me. And she's like, wow, I just would never admit any of that. And that really told me that she's faking the fake, right? So just think of like, I'm not like, I hope you guys don't have millions of dark secrets, right? But just be more authentic about your past. Be more authentic about where you've been. Okay? I always relate back to people. You know, I was punching time clocks. I was working 2 jobs and I still was not making $30,000 a year as a 22-year-old working her tush off. I still wasn't. Every single month would go by, paycheck to paycheck, and let people know of that. I'm authentic of it. You know, always. Okay, embrace your imperfection. Dare to be vulnerable. You'll be amazed where it will take you. You truly will. You'll be amazed at the people you'll help by being open and honest. Randy Gage, he's a guy I've followed for a few years. I just love to follow people in prosperity. He's a prosperity expert, whatever. But he says this, business plans are perfect. Real business is not. The entrepreneur who doesn't make mistakes doesn't make anything. We all make mistakes. Own up to it. Okay, with your Isogenics business, with life, it doesn't matter. Be present. You know, moving on from not being perfect is being present. You know, you can always tell when people just don't care about you. They're looking at their phone. You know, you know, whether you're at a launch party or in a meeting, or it's just life. Be present with people. The most authentic people care. You know, when I spent time with John Maxwell a few months ago, he just got off of his private jet and, you know, he's the #1 leadership expert in the world. Okay, he could walk in there like, I'm the man, right? No, he sat down at the table and like put his hand over my hand and he was like, Emily, that's your name, right? Emily, yeah. He looked me in the eye, made sure he knew my name. He's like, tell me about yourself. Well, you're in Isogenics. I heard that's a great network marketing company. How long have you been with Isogenics? And he's like looking me straight in the eye. And I have never felt more loved and appreciated ever. And it wasn't just because it was John Maxwell. It was like, he was like right there with me. And he did the same thing to Hayden. And then when I saw him a couple of months later, he hugged me and he said, Emily, a couple months later. Like, he's just so freaking present. And that taught me so much just about caring about people, whether they're going to join your business or not. It's about people, guys, and they can feel it when you're authentic with them. So moving on from being present, you know, just forgive and love yourself. Again, I can always tell when people have a lot of work to do, you know, because maybe they don't love themselves quite yet. Maybe there's still a bunch of stuff that is festering up. Their ego, you know, is replaying bad choices. You know, it's making you feel unworthy of whatever. Okay, that work you need to do. I wish I had a little tutorial on it here tonight, but you've got to do that self work. Okay, prayer, meditation, reading, find a good church, get a good book, get a good mentor, anything. Okay, own your mistakes. You know, create that daily practice. That saved my life. Creating a daily practice made me a self-made millionaire. Okay, again, it's mastering the mundane from a personal perspective and from a business perspective. It's a little thing, day by day by day. Repeat it again and again and again. You get better at it. It's an evolutionary process. Okay, the traits that I've really identified with authentic people, and I just was going over this morning in my reading and just thinking about it, is mindfulness. A lot of authentic people I know, they're super mindful. Okay, they don't repress their feelings, right? Because knowing that when you're constantly thinking about what's going on, you create anxiety, right? You gotta live in the moment. And that's why healthy mind and body is so important, to live from an attitude of gratitude. You know, just having that forgiveness over and over again. And some of you may be thinking I sound like a cheese ball right now, but I can guarantee that that's why your business is not moving forward. Self-respect. Okay, be impeccable with your word. You know, how do you speak to yourself? Think about that every single day. What words are you replaying? Okay, there's always going to be naysayers. Their opinions don't matter, no matter what. No matter if you're the Pope, no matter if you're trying to do something so revolutionary. Think about it. Think about every living legend that has walked this earth. They have gotten so much backlash. Do it anyway. Follow your heart. Have courage. Authentic people create their own rules based on standards that resonate with them. It's got to be your standards, okay? And have the courage to live your life the way you want to live it, that you believe it's right, okay? You're bold. Authentic leaders are very bold. Not bold. Sometimes we confuse bold with ego, not ego-filled. I'm just talking bold, okay? You don't let your fears prevent you from being yourself, okay? In other words, be honest, okay? And let's just get into the isogenics now. Like, your isogenics business is being honest what you're a part of. You know, when you've been in meetings, or if this past 4th of July, if you're meeting with people, do you hold back? Do you dumb down? Do you not tell everything that you're doing? You know, everything you're a part of? You know, are you holding back because you're afraid? Are you hiding? Are you faking? Or are you letting people know your big reason why? What you're a part of, and why you're a part of it, and what your greater mission is. And then ask them about their life to see if one of our incredible solutions could serve them. If you act fake or slimy or salesy, people can see straight through that. I cannot say that enough. You know, people ask me all the time, you know, how have you brought in all these people? How do you have all these great leaders? How do you have millionaires on your team? How? And it's just because I have, again, been vulnerable, shared my story, but always share my big mission. Okay. And again, just like our own personal development, that's an evolutionary process. In the beginning, for me, I wanted, as bad as I could breathe, to be a 1-star golden circle. If I could cycle 10 times a week, my life was going to change. Why is that, guys? Because I was making $30,000 a year as a 23-year-old. That is as far as the eye could see. Okay, that would change my life. So when I would do meetings with people, I would let them know, here is my plan. My plan is to be my own boss. Who knows what else I said? I was 23. I was like, so whatever. But I said, my plan is to be my own boss. And I am so excited about it. And I thought of you, Trisha, because you are so outgoing. And I see the way you post on social media, and I see the way you are with your kids. You're so real. You're so down to earth. And that's really what it takes to be successful in what I do. Would you be open to learning more about it? and really including them in, and always casting a vision. So many times people are afraid to cast a vision because you're afraid of what people will think of you. You're afraid that people are going to be turned off or whatever. And in fact, what really happens when you cast a vision and when you let people know, you know what, let me just find someone. You know what, Denise, I know you said this is not for you right now, but I am really looking for women that are like you, that are positive like you, that, are maybe tired of working the 9 to 5, let's just call it a rat race for some people. Maybe they're a little bit unfulfilled. They're looking for more. I'm looking for those types of people. Do you know anyone that's been complaining? Do you know anyone? And again, you're opening up to them. You're being authentic. Let people know what you're looking for. Let people know what your mission is. And if you're really struggling, to pay the bills and you feel comfortable with someone, let them know your big reason why. Include them in that. Laura Stevens has done that from day one, guys. And that's why she's grown so fast. She has been vulnerable, explaining that her husband is serving our country and she's at home raising the kids by herself and she's tired of it. And that made other people open up. Okay, so be vulnerable about that. Don't hide what you do. Okay, and if you have issues with this, you need to develop yourself. You need to read GoPro by Eric Worre. You need to start investigating network marketing and believing in it. You need to believe in isogenics. You need to spend more time researching the Cougars and going to Celebration and gaining that belief.
Probably just in the fridge.
Someone's talking about the fridge. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so social media. Now, so many people ask me, I get loads of private messages about social media, and they want to know so many things about it. How do I come out on social media? And again, this sounds so funny. How do I come out on social media? But it's an evolutionary process, just like yourself, just like your business. Okay, it's a process, guys. And for a lot of people, you have been working as a nurse for years. You've been a stay-at-home mom for years. You've been in real estate for years. You've been a personal trainer for years. You just graduated college. Like, they know you as this, right? And so I just want to let you know that when you first come out, okay, that you're doing something new, some people are gonna love your positivity. They're going to be jacked for you. Susie Q is starting her own business. She is suddenly super positive. And some people are going to not like it. They're going to be very uncomfortable that your light is starting to shine, that you're writing things about, health and wellness. And you used to be the one that did happy hour with them every, Thursday night, whatever. Okay. Like, some people just won't like it. And, when I first got started, social media has been a huge platform for building the business, with my own contacts and networking. Okay. And I remember getting started in this, and I was class president. I did, well in school and always was friends with everyone. That's the way my mom taught us. But I had a core group of girlfriends, 7 of them. We're like BFF, ride or die, blah, 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 blah. And you guys, 4 of the 7 defriended me on Facebook. And I always cheered them on. Yay, you're in medical school. I'm so proud of you. Like, constantly cheering them on. Yay, you're studying abroad. Constantly cheering them on. Yay, you're in pharmacy school. Constantly cheering them on. Like, I always just beat it at my own drum. I was the only one that didn't go to a 4-year university, but it didn't matter. I was constantly just doing my thing. And I remember that, like, painful, like, what the heck? All I'm trying to do is help people. All I'm trying to do is get better. I don't get it. I don't. And it took me a little bit. It almost took me out. And then I realized the bigger picture. And I realized, Emily, what do you want for your future? And what do you really believe in? And I wholeheartedly believe that, I think deep down, we all want to serve people. We all have a purpose. And you just got to figure out what your mission field to do that is. And this is my isogenics is my mission field. And the more I got concrete on that, the more I was like, screw them. I don't need them. And I'll pray for them and bless and release, but I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And I just wanted to tell you guys that, because sometimes I think maybe you look at other leaders in Isagenix and you're just like, oh, it must be just so peachy, right? It must just be so easy for them. And because that's just one little story. I could go on and on, but I just wanted to tell you that because we all deal with it. Okay. But when I came out on social media, that's when it hit hard, because suddenly I was shining my light. Suddenly I was hanging out with new people. That was one of the things that really made them in an uproar, because I had all these new friends who were older than me, who were very successful in Isagenix, who were happy. I was going on trips, business trips to Isagenix universities. I was going to San Diego I was going to all these places. I earned my first ISA Derby cruise. It just made people jealous. And I didn't realize that. It's weird, right? But I just kept being consistent. And over time, some of them came back. Some of them still haven't. That's okay. We're not meant to be together. But over time, because I didn't back down. So never back down. Okay. And there's so many rules to social media, so many rules, because there's so many methods to the madness. And the biggest thing that I see people really lack is being authentic. They go on Pinterest and they search for every positive quote they can find. They go find every Isagenix photo that was made in 2006 and they post it. And don't get me wrong, you guys, I have done all that stuff. So I'm not sitting here acting like I'm cooler or whatever. But the thing is, people need a reason to purchase Isagenix from you. People need a reason to figure out what it is you do. People purchase things from people they like, know, and trust. So if you never give people an opportunity to get to know you, why would they ever buy Isagenix from you? If you're never moving your post around so they're seeing things that are different, that they're seeing maybe some of your vulnerable stuff, some of your breakthroughs, some of your desires, some of your passions, again, they're never going to get to know you. Why should I buy Isagenix from you? We are selling stuff. Some people are like, we're not selling. Okay, we are. Okay, essentially. And I want you to think of, your social media account. It is really just, it is what we always say it is. It's a highlight reel. It's a slideshow of moments in your life. Pre-selected segments, if you will. Okay? So think about right now all the different platforms there are. Because I get so many questions. Facebook, we've got Snapchat now. We've got Instagram. We've got Twitter. Gosh, Periscope was hot for a while. And this can be so overwhelming. And one account that is tried and true, it will always be the top dog. For 20 plus, ages 20 plus, Facebook dominates. It will always dominate. Okay. So I always suggest to people, find a platform that you feel most comfortable with and build it. Okay. Build it as if your life depends on it, because as much as this is the people business and we need to be out there belly to belly, you guys can save time and money if you build on the internet. Okay. This is why we always talk about this is the business of the 21st century. Okay. And you need more followers who like you, know, and trust you. Okay. So how do you do that? How do you make more of a by really, showcasing that you know what you're talking about, that if someone stumbled across your page because it's public, so that's my first tip, because it's public, if someone stumbled across your page, they could go on your main page and they could just get a taste of who you are, what you stand for, and they'll decide within 30 seconds, is that somebody I want to follow or not? Okay, so remember, this happens over time, but you need to be consistent with it. And we all want more people following us. We all want people we don't know, besides our friends and family, to buy Isagenix from us. Yes or yes? Yes, of course we do. So make your account public. Okay. And, I'm not going to get into the whole like page tonight, but eventually you should do that as well. Okay. But start with your personal page, make it public. Okay. Again, people that are coming to your Facebook account, they want to learn more about you. So what are you giving them to learn about? Think about that. If I were to go to all your Facebook accounts right now, would I know what you're about? Okay. Or would I just think that you're selling shakes? Like, honestly, or would I really get it? Would I start to feel like I know you? Okay. And again, I believe our purpose is to serve other people. So how are you serving other people? And you don't have to have a big income in isogenics to serve other people. I want you to understand that. Anyone, regardless of if you're cycling one time a week, or you're paid as consultant, or you're an associate with us right now, or you're in six-figure mark, I don't care. We all have something to share, okay? And we've all heard of this rule of the 10-4-1. What is that? 10 posts is your life, 4 is somewhat related, 1's a power post. That's all great. But what I like even more than that, and this is my thing, and you can choose if you want to do this or not, but I love to pick 3 things that I like, that are about Emily, that are authentic to me. Okay? So what could this be? This could be my faith. This could be my relationship with Hayden. This could be your family. This could be your children. This could be your fitness. This could be healthy foods. This could be leadership. This could be sports for any of our men or women. If you're an outdoorsman, like the outdoor life, this could be network marketing. This could be kind of like a be your own boss vibe. This could be more of a spiritual guru vibe. This could be a mompreneur vibe. You could be funny. I love funny people. Oh my gosh. But you could be funny. Everyone loves funny. Personal development. That personal development always leads to business development. I tell you what, if people follow you because they're going to get personal development, they're going to eventually want business development after that. So these are some of the topics. There's so much more topics that you can choose. But what I find is it's so much easier, and this is a shift for a lot of you. This is a shift. But if you choose a few topics and you're wildly consistent in them, people will follow you. People follow me because of my fashion sense. It's kind of weird. I like a little weird fashion. I've had people follow me on Instagram solely because of my red lipstick. And then what happens is they start to know me more. And then I post a little bit vulnerable, little bit of my storytelling, share a little bit of my heart, and they're like, wow, I'm really getting to know her. Gosh, what does she do? Oh, and then they start investigating, and they're like, maybe she could help me. And then they contact me about isogenics, or sometimes they don't even know it's isogenics. They just contact me because there's a connection. They followed me because of my fashion. Or some of you, maybe you're super, super into horses. I don't know, I'm just gonna say horses. And that's one of your 3 things. And you have grown up with horses, you board horses, you break horses, you're a horse rider, you are like horse queen, okay? And someone follows you because of your knowledge with horses. But then guess what? You're also very knowledgeable with health and wellness. And they're like, dang, I was following Sally because she's really good with horses, but honestly, I need to lose weight. And she knows a lot. And I really love it. Okay, I'm going to follow her now. I'm going to trust her. Or you could be someone who is really into leadership and you're reading John Maxwell. I love John Maxwell. He's got so many books. You're reading it. And you guys, seriously, you want to know what to post. Just go read 10 pages of a book. Think of what did this mean to me and write a status about it or do a little picture on it. Okay, that's what I do. So you can write about leadership. And then they're like, dang, girl really knows a lot about leadership. Man. And so what happens is people start to follow you for certain reasons and then they overlap. Now, my suggestion, since we're an isogenics family, is that because we are selling the greatest health and wellness products on the planet, and we are all about innovation. We are so next level. It is just, thank you, Lord, for that. Okay, you showcase something on the lines of health and wellness. So that could be Transformation Tuesdays. That could be just stories about people you've helped in your organization, in Isogenics, doesn't matter, different ways they've used the products, different stories they've used the products, different recipes, lifestyle stuff. You really want to embody it. We always talk about being a product of the product. So my recommendation to all of you is that be one of your things, okay? And you can figure out, like, do I love doing recipe more? What is kind of my thing? Do I love to educate and be resourceful with this? Look around, watch documentaries, watch Food Inc., watch Food Matters. There was one day that Hayden and I were just watching Forks Over Knives, and I just started writing all these notes, and I took like 3 pages of notes, and then I sent it to a virtual assistant and had them make it all into images for me. And I had her make it all into quotes. Because I really feel like I want to educate my viewers more on why they need superfoods. Boom, there you go. So you got to be resourceful, okay? Think outside of the box. And just know this, the more authentic you are, the better it is, because you're going to attract people into your business that are meant to be there. What do I mean by that? Like, I talk about my faith openly. I don't overkill it. I don't push people away. But guess what? If you have an issue with me and me loving God or Jesus or whatever, then I don't really need you to follow me if that's your issue. Okay? Does that make sense? Just like I talk about admiring my husband. That's one of my greatest gifts I've been given, is a great marriage. And I never grew up knowing what good marriage could be. And so I post about that. Some people are like, ew, you pass it out loud too much. Get over it. If you don't like it, don't follow me. Okay? Just like some of you have different passions. Maybe it's health and wellness for children. Maybe it's yoga. I don't know what it is for you. But just know that the more authentic you are, your tribe, the right person for your business is going to be attracted to you. Okay? Again, think about, we always use this word avatar. Who do you want in your business? I really like to just stick with who I am, honestly, and the right people will see me for me. And guess what? That's who I want to have at my dinner table eventually, and that's who I want to partner with eventually, okay? So do a little self-evaluation tonight. How authentic have you been in your posting? Or have you just been copying other people's posts? Have you shared your heart with people? Have you been authentic with it? Have you been hiding behind, yes, we hide behind the computer, but like, have you really been thinking about what to post, okay? And remember, we're storytelling. Something that I love to do is to showcase the people I'm working with, because I want other people out there in the world to know that this is not the Emily Show. Actually, I care more about other people's success. I care more about creating leaders. That's one of my life missions, is to create more leaders. I want someone to say, Emily was great for me for a time in my life, but now I've created my own team. I've created my own legacy. I've created my own tribe. I don't want people to need me their whole life. And that's something that I showcased from my first year into Isogenics. I would always showcase me working with other people. Okay, so never forget that. Take a selfie. Maybe you have your earpiece in, and describe, even if you're not with the person that you just called, obviously, okay, but describe what just happened. I just talked to a stay-at-home mom from Alaska, and she had a similar experience like me, working as a full-time nurse, feeling completely burned out. We just got her started on our system. I'm so excited. And she's even looking at joining our business. I cannot wait to get out to Alaska. Let's grow Alaska. Boom. You know, like showcase what you're doing. Okay. Tell people, you know, if you're at a two-on-one meeting, a one-on-one, whatever it is at the coffee shop, you know, I've done meetings before. One post I did was with a single mom. She was like 22 years old. Her little girl was like, you know, all over in the chair. She was signing up on a pack. We were going over U+2, them +2. I mean, it was like mayhem. Ice of delights everywhere. But like I did like a head over shot, and I did a post about what I was doing and how I was helping this mom. And you guys, that post alone got people messaging me saying, I think you could help me. I see that you really help people. I see that you really help people. Some people think you guys are just selling shakes. They don't know what it is you have to offer. Okay? Culture. People want to be a part of a culture. Okay? Showcase that at events and describe it. Describe it. Okay? It's so important. Okay, add your own twist to things. If you really want to get into branding, just pick your favorite 3 colors. My gosh, your favorite 3 colors. You'll see me, I like things that are white, pink, black, and red. Okay, it's the imagery thing. It just looks good. Okay, you don't have to get into that. You can get into that, up to you. Okay, now, couple tips from the top here. Now, what I do when I do my makeup, which is not every day, and when I have a cute outfit on, which is not every day, okay, I take pictures. And I'm like, Hayden, let's do this. And we take pictures. We have a selfie stick. We have good lighting. You know, we take a bunch. We save them on our phone. And then I use that. I put it into a app called Dropbox. Okay, I save them all in there, and then that's when I pull them out of my little inventory. Okay, so it's not always every day am I waking up like, woo! No, you guys, it's like some of it is pre-made, because guess what? My focus is personal development when I wake up. My focus is my workout, and a lot of days are crazy productive, and I don't have time to sit and take selfies all day, believe it or not. Okay, so you want to take them all at one time. Just think outside of the box. If you're out with the family, if it's after church, just ask your husband, babe, I'm trying to get better at social media. I know I sound crazy right now, but will you just take some pics? Take some pics, okay? Take some pics, save them. When you're at celebration, take a bunch, save them, keep a collection, okay? And, you know, just know that when you're posting on social media that you're gonna bug people, like you just are. And they're not meant to follow you. If you're really being bold, remember I talked about, you know, a trait of being an authentic leader is being bold. It's having courage. You guys, you're always gonna have people that just don't gel. They may hide you on Facebook. And it maybe isn't because you're posting isogenics. It may just be because they just can't take your greatness. That's okay. Keep doing it anyway. If you get 2 likes, keep doing it anyway. Consistency is key. You know, that is one of the best traits of leadership, is being a consistent leader. So just like being consistent in your isogenics business, you want to be consistent on social media. And for a lot of the moms I work with young children, they always, you know, we talk about it, and a lot of times they're like, Emily, my day gets so crazy, and I was up till, you know, God knows what time. I hear so many crazy stories, and something a lot of people have done is set up Hootsuite. And that's why I talk about, you know, there's Hootsuite, there's another one someone can post in the comments. There's another thing you can use as well. You can get the basic one, it's free, Buffer. Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, are you setting that up? You know, if you lack consistency and if it's hard for you, set this up. If you've really, you know, conditioned yourself and it's a, you know, a habitual routine for you, by all means, you don't need to use these wonderful apps, but, you know, make sure you're consistent with it. You know, we've all heard the times to post, you know, it can be that morning time, especially at night, it's very hot, and sometimes in the lunch hour time. I find Monday through Thursday are better times to post, but guess what? Sometimes something just hits me and it's like, boom. And it's like, whoa. And I am just like raw is all get out. And those are the best posts. I mean, for real. I don't even mean for them to be power posts. They just are. That's what people like the most. And I don't care what time of day it is. I just post then. So don't get too caught up in that. change up your stuff. My biggest recommendation for you is, what are you known for? Why am I coming to your page? Do I know what you're about? Okay. Do I know what you're into? And again, this will take you guys really doing some soul searching, maybe talk to some friends about it. What are your things? I think on my Instagram account, it's leading leaders, loving people. And then I have, about my health account is on there as well. So people know that I help create transformations. They can see what I'm about. Just right then and there, they know, okay, boom, I think I'd be into her. Okay, do people know? And just a couple basic tips right now: sharpen up your profile pictures, get a professional picture taken. I had a little contest with some of our team, get to this rank, get these amount of enrollments, whatever it is, we'll get a free headshot, or use your PIBs, get a headshot. Very inexpensive. Plus you can connect with the photographer. Amazing. Okay. And then plus it's a business write-off. Okay, could go on and on. But what's going to happen is people, whoa, she's professional. I had some of my girls that did that, and they had got so many comments like, what are you doing now? Oh my gosh. Like, you're going next level. Okay. So is your stuff clean? Your profile picture, is your cover photo, is it clean? Again, this is so basic, yet I get so many messages from people in Isogenics, and I go to the Facebook page and I'm like, seriously, I'm like, okay. First of all, we got to clean some things up. And it's so simple. You owe it to yourself. Take it professionally. Okay, this can help you so much on social media. And again, don't always post Isogenics. Mix it up. And there is controversy. Some say post the word Isogenics, some say don't. This is up to you. At my level, and there's different levels. There's different levels in the business. Okay. And what I do now, I might not have done 3 years ago because of where I'm at in my journey. Okay. But I post a lot of Isogenics things because my image is with the company now. It is. I'm 100% proud to be an Isogenics child. I mean, I'm like an ambassador for the company. Okay. But for some of you, you're newer. I recommend not posting it because people will be curious about what you do. They'll reach out to you. They won't be constantly seeing the word #Isogenics. Okay. Again, follow your heart on that one. Be authentic. Be yourself. If you like pink hair, wear your pink hair. If you like tattoos, wear your tattoos with pride. If you like, always be doing everything the way you would do it with or without Isogenics, okay? Because you will attract the right people in, okay? I just cannot stress that enough. So I keep talking. Is there any questions? I'm having so much fun with you guys.
You guys feel free to unmute your phone. We have a few minutes for at least one question. But Emily, I know I saw it earlier in the feed. What is one thing you've done to talking to the walking zombies, talking to people that are just waking up, that are just getting passionate about life and about Isogenics? What are some things that you've done to find what your passion is if you've been living a life without passion for so long?
Oh, yeah. Well, I honestly, you believe looking internally and reading. I remember besides the Bible, my first book I ever read was Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And I remember I was with my sponsor, Holly, and she's like, you need to read this. Cause I was like a hot mess express. And I kept opening the door because we lived together at the time in this little apartment. And I kept coming out and I was like opening the door. I'm like, Holly, did you know this? Did you know this? And I was like, no way. Like, we all have a financial thermostat we set for ourselves. Did you know that? And she was like dying. But it was through that reading and journaling So I would list out what I was grateful for, and that was hard for me to do. Gosh, for someone who didn't grow up with a lot, I don't know why living in an attitude of gratitude was so hard for me. So that helped uncover passions. Exploring did. What do I mean by that? Like exploring new friendships. And that's something that network marketing, like I have more friends in this profession from so many different backgrounds. There's no way we'd ever be friends. Like I was talking to my friend Tanya about that. You know, she comes from a health administrative background, bachelor's degree, all this stuff, right? And we could not be more opposite. She's not into makeup. She's not into hair. She's into horses. We are like polar opposites. And we were together the other day just having a great time. And we were just talking, we're like, there's no way we'd even be friends. Like why we would never even think to like see each other on the street and want to hang out. But it's because of network marketing and the people you hang out with. And the more you intentionally put yourself in a growth environment, they're going to teach you things. And by their personal example, you might look and say, hey, I might be into trying that. I think I'm going to try that. And that's how I got into yoga. That's how I got into different workouts, is because somebody else in my Isogenics family did it. You know, so exploring your passions that way, there's strength finders, stuff like that. But I think it's just honestly living and like having those moments of silence and exploring and trying on new things and being like, you know, hey, maybe I'll try surfing. That actually sounds fun. You have to shut off all the technology and think about what are those things that I really want to try, and what am I really passionate about, and do more of what you're passionate about. You know, I am very passionate about fashion, and that just lights my soul on fire. And I love like vintage shopping. Like I don't care how old it is, and I don't care what the price is. Like I don't care if it's cheap or expensive, whatever. Like that lights my soul on fire. And it took me a little bit of really getting to know myself and doing that internal work. And I'm like, yeah, this is exciting. This excites me. And then what doesn't excite me is sitting around with a group of people that gossip about others and they're complaining about their husbands. Like, sorry, I'd rather go vintage shopping by myself. You know what I mean? Like, but you guys, again, it comes with being authentic. I hope that makes sense.
Oh, that was beautiful. One day you'll have to be my sister. I swear she's your twin. All right. So guys, I'm going to go to gallery view here, and I would love to just hear some shout outs. Who has a thought or feelings or something they just want to shout out that really impacted them tonight, so that Emily knows what was taken in tonight? Feel free to unmute your phone. Don't be shy. Olga?
I love the self-help. Love the tips on self-help.
Good.
I still have a lot. I'm 62 as of yesterday, and I still have a long way to go. But I'm getting there.
Yes.
I just wanted to show that I really love your energy. Like I mean, I think we can totally be friends. And I'm gonna give you a hug and celebration if I can find you among all the people. But it really hit me that I've been trying to on social media, but I really have to just dig down and to find the things that I am passionate about and attract the people that I want. I recently actually sat down and kind of wrote like my ideal business partner, and just see the characteristics of the people that I want to attract in my life and I want to attract in my business. And it's not just, oh yeah, people isogenics or that want to lose weight. No, I want to attract people that are passionate about the same things that I'm passionate about, so that when I connect with them, it's like, boom, hit, like, oh, we can be friends forever, you know?
Right. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Emily?
Yes.
Emily, I just wanted to thank you for sharing that little piece you shared with us about friends that you've had forever and how some of them cut you right out of their lives, Facebook-wise. And I think that's really important, because I'm about a year into this, and that was the first thing within 3 or 4 months that I started noticing that Friends Forever didn't want to see me at these meetings after supper. They didn't want to see me happily working out extra time and enjoying those kind of things. They wanted to see me at the bar until I couldn't stand up anymore, because that's what I'd done with them for 35 years. So, and it's been quite a journey to understand that there are some that probably won't continue to be in my close circles, but the people that are coming in behind them, the network marketing friends, the people like you, all of you guys on the call, you know, like, and even new local people that have reached out and said, we thought you were a lost cause, but now we actually see you have life, you know, like, it's just important that that you, of a leader, and like we all look up to you, obviously, that we can hear that you went through that same low moment where we all think, are we crazy? Are we really nuts for just turning our backs on our old lives? But I think it's important to see where the new life can really go. So thank you for sharing that so openly with us.
Thank you.
Hey, Emily, it's Aaron. You know, I just want to shout you out. You know, thank you so much for doing everything that you do. You're an absolute rock star. We love you.
Thank you. Love you.
I just wanted to say about, hi Emily, I just wanted to say about how I love the being real and authentic. That's awesome. I mean, that was some of the best things I've heard.
Thank you.
Hey, Emily, this is Carol, and I just wanted to follow my cousin Cheryl and give a shout out and say thank you also for the being authentic, being real, but also that gentle reminder that I needed to hear. It was a little kick in the butt to be consistent. I kind of fell into a black hole this month, and with a lot of traveling and some craziness going on in my life, and I needed to hear it. So I wanted to say thank you.
Awesome. You're so welcome.
Hey, Emily, this is Misty. So I loved like your authenticity part of it. I think that was my biggest thing is we always want to, what is the millionaire doing? What is the millionaire wearing? And that is like, hi, so not me. So not I'm a Wisconsin girl. So I think we have a little bit of that at heart. And I just love that we can be authentic in this business and we can really just be ourselves, and we can still have those people come in because they relate to what, and I just love that you said that's okay.
Yeah.
So I love that.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, thank you guys so much for sharing your thoughts. I just saved that chat and I'm posting it in our post later in the event. Guys, I so appreciate you, and we believe in you. That's why we're doing these calls, because we believe in you. You know, I wear this hat with the elephant on it because elephants, you know, when there's danger around, when crap is happening, elephants circle together and they protect each other. They protect one another, especially the young and the weak. And I just want you to know that the worst thing you can do in this life is try to go alone. Try to do it alone and try to just, you know, hide away and just get through on your own. We're here to help each other. And like Emily said, we were all born with specific purposes and passions and skill sets, and we need each other. So please recognize right now that no matter what the naysayers are saying, you have a family here. And we will circle the wagons, and we will circle up, and we will protect each other's dreams and goals and desires. So I love you guys for being here tonight. Emily, I'm going to let you say goodbye, and any last thoughts?
No, I just love you guys so much, and I appreciate all your comments. Definitely receive them, and just go out there and be yourself and do it with grace and class and integrity and have fun, because after all, that's really what this is all about, and that's going to make people join you, and the right people join you. So
beautiful. All right, guys, I'm going to unmute everybody so you can say goodbye. Thank you, and I will see you guys next
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.